1969. This is a book of short stories that I wrote. Actually, the first drafts of which, or many of which, I wrote in 1969 when I was working as a teacher in a private school in Vermont. And I chose the title 1969, obviously because all the stories happened in that year, but because the 60s were a pivotal year for American culture and therefore for the characters in the book. The stories, they're all short stories, are stories of people from a young age to an older age and back to a younger age, because each of them experiences different challenges in different ways. Some of them are challenges that would be challenges whether it's 1969, 79, 89, or 99. Others are specific to the time, like Vietnam, for example, or the Civil Rights Movement, or a sort of a Satanist movement that was gaining popularity at the time. I want to read just a small section from the introduction and why I think that this period of time was formative. A lot of people who might read the book didn't live during that time, they're much younger. Why would you want to read it? Because challenges, human challenges, come in different shapes at different times. And if you're interested in people and how they deal with challenges, or trying to find some common ground with the challenges we face today, and I'm recording this in 2020, you might find that, gee, this has happened before, or something like it, or just as challenging, or just as distressing. I won't say that they're happy stories, but they don't all end in misery. It's just that it's about what the challenges were that people faced and how they faced them. The world of the 60s had laid the foundation of the world we have today. In 1960 was the U2 incident. In 61, Bay of Pigs. 62, Telstar Communications. 63, Kennedy assassination. 64, Civil Rights Act becomes law. Muhammad Ali converted to Islam. In 1965, Malcolm X was assassinated. In 66, Miranda rights were established. 67, Muhammad Ali was deprived of his boxing title. In 68, Martin Luther King was assassinated. Robert Kennedy was assassinated. In 69, both Woodstock and the moon landing. These are huge, huge events. And I don't mean to suggest that they overwhelm other huge events that other people at other times have experienced. Only that in dealing with these events, you can find common ground with people who've dealt with other events. 9 stories. They were specifically 9 stories because I thought that J.D. Salinger did such a fantastic job with his famous 9 stories. I wanted to show respect to that experience in my life. And they're stories that go from a little place that I maybe have been personally familiar with in Boston to places I've never been to but researched. So I hope you enjoy it. 1969 book of short stories.